And today we are I'm doing a second video in a series of how to buy watches from Japan. A lot of my viewers have asked when I've done my videos, and I say, "Oh, I got this one. I ordered it from Japan, and how did I do that?" Because I also mentioned that Japanese law does not allow them to sell you watches directly. You have to have a proxy service. This is a proxy service, One Map Japan. There's the website right there where you can just type in One Map Japan, do a search. But this is the one I have used, and I have had spectacular luck just honestly getting killer deals on watches, Japanese watches. There's just a large market over there, obviously, and so the prices are as competitive as they can be. But you can imagine, this is a watch country over here. You can put in anything you want, and you can find amazing deals on Patek Philippe, something like that. Hopefully I spelled that right. Now again, this is a large search example. It's doing all of Japan. I really use Mercari. That is people like you and me selling watches. Usually get very best prices, or Rakuten, and so these are stores. But if I click on Mercari as an example, I'm looking for a Patek Philippe. Hopefully you might know specifically which one. It would narrow things down quite a bit. You would do it like so. So here's a couple of their watches. Again, these are much higher prices. But if I put, I don't know, a Seiko, man, it could be just about any kind of watch, a Seiko 5 automatic. Sure, we'll do that one. I got a nice 122 different results there. And what I'm hoping to just show you, and again, in my other video I showed how you can just search all of Japan for a Seiko 5 automatic, but I mean, let's, a little harder to find is like a Seiko SBBN. I love this watch, 031, like a Marine Master. Okay, those ones are very hard to find. So we've got one here, $924. That's still a great deal. Again, this watch probably not the best price point, only because it's so lusted after, right? You're not going to find quite as many. But then, you could just put Marine Master as an example. So Marine Master, that's all. Now, just the incredible amount of deals I've gotten on this is just, it's amazing. And I said in my other video, they are very forthright. The Japanese are not trying to put one over on you as far as, selling you some kind of damaged item. If something is damaged, they will put it in the description, and usually they will draw, I don't see one right here, but they'll just draw pictures around it. Look at this beauty for $300. And there's pages and pages of them. But if there is something damaged, they will absolutely mark it. They usually draw around it and just say, here's a little dent, here's a little scratch, something of that nature. But they will always have these pictures, things of that nature. Not a good long description here, so not maybe the best example, but you just translate it. Right here, a lot of times they will put the arm circumference. You got to be really careful there, and sometimes they don't have the links anymore, and so it's only that big, and so don't, buy a watch unless you have a 16.5 centimeter wrist, right? As an example. But, so essentially, I just wanted to show you today, though, look, you can go high to low. Just a little more about how do you purchase them, okay? Well, here's a Grand Seiko, and here we've got two of them. But as an example, you have to, establish an account. I've got mine. I've just, it's a simple entering your information. I do have a shopping cart with a couple of watches that I'm interested in. As an example, so I can just click on that to show you. These are ones I've, just put in here as an example. This is a nice Grand Seiko. Amazing. This is like an $8,000 watch for $1,900. But let's say I was ready to buy this. I go here, I like a watch, I read about it, I'm really careful about it, and let me tell you, they take such good care. Look at that. What a stunner. What a stunner that is. But let's say this is the watch for me. I've read the description. Look at this, is limited to 1,000 pieces. Oops. Highest end model. That's incredible, right? 18 karat gold. Whoa, I've never even heard of this one. What is this? Didn't really translate it very well there. I guess in the description, oh yeah. Evolution 9 High Beat. Genbeki model, I don't know. So again, any price point. I have just found incredible deals. This watch is new and unused, right? So it's going to be higher price, but there are so many watches on this website that are gently used, right? Really well taken care of. And with like Grand Seiko as an example, you're going to save 30, 40. I've saved 50% off. But if I like this one, I add it to my cart. Pretty simple. After you've done your search, so check out my first video on how to do searches, how to narrow things down, how to use these different search engines. But if I'm ready to, I wish I was ready to buy this bad boy. And I mentioned in the other video, they so often are having 5 or 10% off. Mercari is always having a sale. So if you can wait like a week, literally it's almost like once a week, just wait and save yourself, get 10% off that. Right? Why wouldn't you want to save 10%? That's like $1,000. Crazy. But when I do this, I'm just trying to show a purchase example. I'm going to head here. And credit cards, you have to initially enter your credit card information. So I've got 2 different credit cards here that I use. I just pick the one I want. Sometimes when you sign up for their emails, often you will have a coupon. Okay. And I'm going to be really careful right here. I don't want to buy this. I got to be careful. 10 grand on my credit card. I'm not going to do that. But obviously you place an order. Okay. And they are with you right after the fact. You will get multiple emails where your watch is, because the watch has to be, these guys, One Map, purchases the watch from the seller, right? And then they get this, once the watch comes to their factory in Tokyo, their office, then you get an email that says choose your shipping. Look, calculated after packing. So once they get the watch from the buyer to them, you'll get an email, you pick. I have not paid much more than $26 to have one shipped. You might have customs on this with such a large price. I have not had customs. I have not bought a $10,000 watch, but I bought up to a $4,000 watch with no customs duties. So you get that email and they'll say, how do you want it shipped? I always go FedEx. They have overnight, but that's a crazy price. So I just do like 2 or 3 day FedEx, and everything is shown up to me in perfect order. They pack it meticulously. Like everything else, the Japanese do not cut corners. They don't do things like crap. They do nothing like crap, right? They make sure that watch is perfectly boxed and it will get to you perfect in perfect condition. I have had nothing but absolute great experience with them. So I'm not being paid to say any of this, by the way. I just crosses my mind. I don't work for this Japanese company, One Map, right? I live in Colorado, USA. This is Watch Therapy. And so please take some time, watch that first video, part 1, and it might give you some ideas, and start looking over here. Man, that thing is gorgeous. Look at that. And like I mentioned, if you go to like Rakuten, I'll finish with this. they have a world. Again, Japanese watches are going to be the very best deal. That's where you're saving 40 odd percent on over new on something that's been worn twice, that it might have a micro scratch on it. But they got Rolexes. The Japanese are wild about Rolexes, and I'd have to research more, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be a better deal than America, especially you buy it from like Rakuten. Okay, wow, 74,000. So not really, realistic. Sorry, this one, a $3,000 Rolex. That's an incredible deal. But you could have a coupon. Wait for the coupon, right? And you could save an incredible amount. But look how many pages of Rolex they've got here. Okay, look at this. What is this? A Daytona. Okay, again, some of these are the highest end. I mean, this is a gold Rolex, but there are deals to be had. I don't know the general prices of some of these, but there's a ton here. Okay, whole nother world. Doesn't have to be just Japanese watches. Speaking of watches, thank you for watching my channel. If you have any questions, you want me to go into deeper, here's a description down here, Sea Dweller. If you want me to go into deeper detail on any part of this video, or you have any questions, please just let me know. Down here is interesting. They rank them like an A, B, so on, and what the description is for each of them. This one is A. Whoops, it's A rank. And down here is a description of what A rank means. But if there's anything else you want me to go into further detail about purchasing from a proxy service, watches from Japan, please just let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day.